What's up, everybody? You Rock the Red here, back with another episode of Gaming News Weekly, episode 29. Can you believe it? Time flies when you're having fun. Let's get into our new releases from last week. We had a huge list compared to what we have usually. Overcooked, All You Can Eat came out. Story of Seasons, I don't know what that is, but I want to talk about Paradise Lost. This game looks really cool. It just came out for the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Basically, it's an alternate history game. You play as a 12-year-old Polish survivor of what was World War II, but instead of ending, it went until the 60s, until the Nazis created a nuclear holocaust. So you have to explore these really creepy, cool areas and just, try to figure out the story that's being told. I recently just got a review copy of it. Haven't started it yet. Hoping to start it this weekend and play through it. I hear it's a quick playthrough. Not getting the best reviews. Say it's a good story, but the gameplay is kind of not very original. More, it's your walking simulator, your visual novel type situation. But I'm a big fan of alternate histories and World War II stuff. So I'm eager to jump in and see what this game has to offer. Then on March 25th, we just had the release of Black Legend for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, and the Nintendo Switch. This game also looked really cool. It's a turn-based strategy RPG, but it's set in the 17th century. It's a Flemish game, and you have the classes are really interesting. You've got alchemists and plague doctors and soldiers and all sorts of things. But the idea, it looks beautiful. Especially if you're into these tactical combat games like XCOM or Final Fantasy Tactics. On top of that, getting these really interesting character classes, interesting items, and just really, really cool costumes and the way this looks. Unfortunately, the review scores aren't that great for this game, but if you're a fan of the tactical RPG genre and if you're a fan of the 17th century, this game may be for you. And the game I'm most excited to get into is It Takes Two. Comes out today for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox X, and Xbox S. This is the brand new game from Hazelight Studios. They previously brought us A Way Out, the co-op game. Now this is very similar to that in that it is also a co-op only game. There is no single player mode in this game. And it looks awesome. I've talked about this game previously when it was announced and how excited I was for it. And now that it is close and we're starting to see some reviews, I'm even more excited because it's getting rave reviews across the board universally. It's currently sitting at a 90 on Metacritic. It is a must buy. In addition to the rave reviews, just look at this awesome gameplay. It uses tons of different game mechanics, platforming mechanics, in addition to a whole bunch of other weird stuff to kind of keep things moving along and keep things fresh. And I am excited. I'm probably going to crack into it this weekend with my wife so she could just yell at me a whole bunch about why I keep messing up. That's what happens when we play these co-op games. But either way, I'm super excited to get into it. Check out this great story and great visuals and awesome concepts in terms of the mechanics and that sort of thing. Just by looking at it, it looks like a fantastic game. This past week, we also saw the release of some games to the next-gen consoles, Terminator, Tony Hawk, but the big one everybody's talking about, Monster Hunter Rise for the Nintendo Switch. This is the 6th main Monster Hunter title in the series, and this one, from everything I'm hearing, is awesome. Currently sitting at an 87 on Metacritic, and I read a bunch of those reviews, and some of them are saying that this is the best Nintendo Switch game since Breath of the Wild. So if you are a fan of the Monster Hunter games, I'm sure you're already planning on picking this one up. But, you know, just for anybody new to this series, you go around, you kill giant beasts, you collect their things, you upgrade your gear. Super fun hook, and not only that, you could play it by yourself or you could play it with a group of friends. So, you know, you run around and just get these giant creatures. I mean, the gameplay is fun. It looks great on this, and the creations, the designs of all these monsters are so cool. I definitely recommend the series, and I will most likely be picking this one up and hopefully be able to get some friends to play with me. All right, that's it for our new releases for last week. Let's jump into our news of the week. First item of news, it's not really a video game piece of news, but it is related to gaming. The Mortal Kombat movie comes out April 16th on HBO Max, and in a recent interview with director Simon McQuaid, he was saying that he's planning on creating the most faithful adaptation to the video game as possible, and he is pushing the limits of the MPAA's R rating. So any fans of the game must be excited to hear that. There's going to be tons of blood, gore, fatalities. He's pushing it to the limit, to the point where he's stopping right before they said it would be unreleasable. So expect to see what you know and love from the Mortal Kombat franchise. Just awesome fighting and gory and beautiful looking fatalities. I'm very excited for this movie. We're only a few weeks out. All right, let's talk about some recent changes over at Microsoft. They officially renamed Xbox Live to Xbox Network. In addition to that, they changed a few things with regards to Xbox Live Gold. You no longer need Xbox Live Gold to access party chat or looking for groups or free-to-play multiplayer games. So that's cool. That's basically the same that Sony has had. I'm glad they finally moved up to that. But, so Xbox Live no longer exists, but Xbox Live Gold exists, which you need to play multiplayer games. But you could also get Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which includes Xbox Live Gold to play online and get all the games you would get with Xbox Live Gold with Xbox Game Pass in addition. I have no idea what I'm saying anymore. Microsoft, get your stuff together. Stop being so confusing. But it's all good news. So, you know, get Xbox Game Pass and you don't even have to worry about it. You get awesome games. You get to play online and you get to play with your friends. All right, next up, we recently got some more information about the upcoming game 6 Days in Fallujah. This is a game created by ex-Halo developers based on the real-life battle in 2004. This was announced in 2009 and immediately canceled after that, mostly because of the weight of this. This was a real battle. Real people lost lives, and it's being that it's so recent. There's really no precedent for it. But it is now 2021, and this game is coming out. They're saying it's basically they're trying to create a playable documentary to inform people of the events of this battle. In addition to that, the levels are all procedurally generated. They created a whole procedural system to create new levels so that every time you go on the battlefield, you're going into unfamiliar territory. They want it to be as much like real life as possible, that like when these soldiers are clearing rooms, that it is terrifying. You never know where there's going to be an enemy or what the map looks like. So I thought that was a really cool idea for a gameplay mechanic, and I'm eager to see what this game's going to be about. And in some bad news, Back for Blood, the Left 4 Dead spiritual successor, has been delayed from June 22nd to October 12th. The developer said they wanted to delay it just so that they can make it the best game it can possibly be at launch. But they also said a little bit of good news in that there will be an open beta starting sometime this summer. So we have that to look forward to at least. I'm very eager to get at this game. I need something new to play with some friends. But Dark Alliance is now, the D&D game is now announced for June 22nd. So I feel like that will hold me over until October 12th when we can get in there and start playing Back for Blood. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure that you buy Mario 3D AllStars by March 31st when Nintendo removes it from the store and literally removes it from some physical stores. So when this game was announced, they said that it would be available for a limited time, and they are still following through with that. And the internet is calling it the day Mario dies. So it's become pretty funny. There's a lot of really great memes out there talking about how Nintendo is just killing Mario on the 31st. So it's a weird move. I don't know why they're doing it. Why put a game out just to pull it from the shelves? The good thing is, if you've bought a code, the code will still work after the 31st, and you will still be able to find the game on some store shelves. They're just not resupplying the stores with these games. So if you're interested in this game, you've got a few more days to jump on it and get in there. And we recently got a first look at the new iOS and Android game Rocket League Sideswipe. This is a 1v1 and 1v2 Rocket League game for your phone, where you basically swipe your car around and try to score goals. Basically the same as Rocket League that we all know and love. But look at now with more aerials, I'm sure. Hopefully this is my opportunity that I could do an aerial, as long as I just need to swipe my finger around. I feel like I have a better chance of doing it there. This game, we know not much else other than it comes out in 2021, so keep an eye out for more. Another game coming out later in 2021, Hotel Life, a resort simulator coming out for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox S and X, the Nintendo Switch, and the PC. Now is your chance to design and run your own resort and hotel. I know you've always wanted to get out there in in these vacation spots. You hire your team, you pay them, you cook French fries, you dust things, you do it all. It's for everybody who's ever dreamt of running a hotel with a game room. So keep an eye out for this. The only thing we know so far is that this is set to come out in August. So, if you're itching to run your hotel, you got a few more months to wait. And lastly, we just got a brand new announced trailer for this new game called Haunted Space. Really interesting looking game, set to come out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, and the PC sometime in the near future. It's got space battles, giant weird creatures. What they're calling it is a sci-fi game with horror elements. So there's lots of quests. You have to explore, scavenge for resources. So really cool idea. The game looks awesome. Not much else came out besides this little teaser trailer. So hopefully we'll get some more information on this in the near future and see what this is all about. All right, and that is it for Gaming News Weekly, episode 29. Another week's news in the books. I hope you enjoyed everything I shared with you today. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, follow, do all those things, and we will see you right back here for more gaming news next week. Thanks. Bye.